me ask you quickly. The crisis in-house now.
Yes.
How will it affect, in your own terms, in your own words, the 2015 elections? Because people are watching, Nigerians are watching, and by the Constitution,
it is
all things in line, they are to decide who their leaders would be.
Exactly.
So, do you have any fears that this might affect you in the next election?
In no way will it affect the leadership and the emergence of a PDP president come 2015, because we don't have an option.
You think you're still going to be able to wield both?
Of course, because what we are having now is good, is coming at this point, is going to strengthen the party better, because we have a lot of time to look into it, and the grievances, some of the grievances are genuine. Like, I give you an example, the issue of the Governors Forum. For anybody who wants to be fair, it is an issue that ought to be resolved immediately. But I want to point out another thing. We have 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria. We're only having problem from the northwest of Nigeria. And the Damachi group from a situation where people let it look as if it is a bigger crisis. PDP is not suffering. They're only having issues from northwest. It's just one geopolitical zone. And a lot of other geopolitical zones are coming out now to say, look, we have implicit confidence in PDP leadership. We have implicit confidence in President Goodluck Jonathan. So, in all circumstances, it's not going to affect the fortune of PDP in any way. It would rather strengthen the political fortunes of PDP.
We've just been joined by Ugoke, who's a public affairs analyst. Good morning and welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you.
Now, I'll take you one step back. The question I wanted to find out, to get an answer to, is that this whole problem within the PDP, is it all about who gets what come 2015, or is it about advancing the course of democracy in Nigeria?
Both.
Okay, explain.
As I said earlier on, it is all about who gets what. I'll give you an example. The people that they led the plebiscite, what happened? They went immediately and they nominated him the national secretary, which means the prime motive behind him coming there is to continue on as a secretary of PDP, despite the court injunction, because it was court that removed him. And the Baraju that was acting president, chairman of the PDP, now emerged in their faction as the new chairman of PDP. So you don't go to a convention with a mindset. They came there with a mindset, which was totally wrong. It should all be about Nigeria. The convention head that day was all about Nigeria. How to move Nigeria forward, because PDP is in the saddle. They have to follow the constitution. If you remember very well, they went to that constitution based on a court order.
Wait a minute, you said it is about who gets what. Was that what
exactly,
you said? Has it always been the trend? Because if some people are coming out now to say, look, give us what, in quote, is entitled to us, it means in that same context that, look, this thing has been passed around for a while and we don't have our share.
Yeah.
And we are demanding for our share. Has it always really been about the Nigerian people?
Nigerian politics is primarily based on what you have just said. And that is why we, the new generation, is saying, let us get out of doing politics of ethnicism.
Let me come in here.
Can I explain better? Okay. Yes, it has always been like that. All the discussions we've had here too is about Hausa man being the president, Yoruba man being about the president. But the rebuild of democracy is where you have people with ideas emerging as the pilots of the scheme. So currently, as Nigeria is being composed, call it ACN, call it a CPC, call it APC, it has all been about who gets who. In fact, in certain parties that is smaller than PDP, you even see one single man telling you what you're going to be in 2015. So which one do you take? A situation where one single man is anointing individuals based on his likeness of their face or not? Or a situation where you come in Ego Square and we have altercations, we have disagreements. At the end of the day, I want to show you that the superior argument will prevail and the Nigeria will be better for it.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, let's bring in Ugo because he's not said a word. He's just come into the studio now. Ugo, what's your thoughts? You are independent. You're, to some extent, I'm tempted to say, because I know you to some extent, I'll say you are political. Correct me if I'm wrong there. I want to assume that being apolitical will mean you can look at this objectively. What's your thought about how divided PDP is now?
First of all, I think whether they are divided or united, I think we have paid so much attention to it. For me, we are simply blowing what I consider almost inconsequential, playing it up as if it's a national issue. It is a party issue.
Exactly.
So for me, let them kill themselves, let them leave. That is their cup of tea. That is one. Two, the issue of what is happening in PDP tells you, paints a picture of what the larger Nigerian society is all about. Like my friend here said, those who go into politics don't go it because they want to serve. They go into it as an enterprise. What do I get? So if I'm not getting it, then I will either cause trouble or move to another platform where I will get it. I've seen people move to ACN, come back to PDP, disagree. They are shopping for platforms. So for me, call it PDP, call it ACN, I don't seem to see a very clear-cut ideological difference. So it is all a jostle. It's all about jostling for positions, jostling for a better part of the cake. And for me, the more time we spend on it, the more disservice we do to the average Nigerian man on the street. Who, let me tell you, if PDP divides into 10 times, it does not affect the man on the street. If they are strengthened 10 times, it does not affect the man on the street, because the people who are the actors are looking for food.
But the truth remains that if you have some people in government, they run this nation. One of the people I spoke with in Abuja yesterday was pointing to the fact that governance has come to a standstill in most of the states, where they're all junketing around the country, flying every single state, meeting so many people, and they end up in a situation where the states are suffering. What do you say to that?
It is because, unfortunately, the state should run as an institution.
But it doesn't, does it?
It doesn't run as an institution. It runs, it's like a one-man show, which is not, that is also where we have the next line of challenge. If the state runs as an institution, you would say the state has a 10-year plan, a 20-year plan in terms of education, in terms of agriculture. It doesn't matter who eventually comes in. It may just become your style. But the truth is that this man has his own agenda, if they actually do have. In 4 years when he leaves, another person comes, changes it. It's all about one-man show. That is why if the governor is not around, the state will not run. The state should run.
But
it should run. Unfortunately,
unfortunately
that's where we have found ourselves. And unfortunately, too, I think the civil society group have also not done well in that regard. It's not all about telling people come out. The price of fuel has gone up. Let's talk. No, they have not engaged those who are in leadership positions.
Ugo, and that brings me to the question I'm about to ask now, because again, 2015 is just here.
It is.
And it is assumed that we are making the decisions. We are the ones, taxpayers' money going to be paid to these people to rule again for the next 4 years. And if it is true that we're the real actors of this, how does an average electorate make their decision in 2015? Because it does matter.
Let me tell you one thing that is beginning to play out now. I think it's getting, apologies to my PDP friends and those who belong to one party or the other. I think this matter by 2015, the political landscape may be different from the way it used to be. I foresee a situation where people will vote individuals. Not because you belong to this party or the other party. I agree that some parties may have stronger clout here and others may have stronger clout there. But I foresee a situation, because if a man leaves PDP, is looking for a platform, goes to ACN, he doesn't see it, he goes to APC, it tells me that this man is looking for a platform. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. People, you come to think of it, even for some people who say, oh, ACN has done well, now APC in Lagos and this, I can tell you that before now, the so-called ACN was more like we have pockets of individuals who were delivering. It wasn't as if the party had a direction of, you know, this is our manifesto, this is what we're known for. Do you understand? You have pockets of individuals who have decided to stand out. You also have that in PDP. You know, in Akwa Ibom, in a few states, individuals, irrespective of party leanings, have, you know what I mean, decided to do things differently. And it's beginning to tell me that people are getting wiser. The man on the street.
How about someone who doesn't have, who's never been in government, who's obviously can't deliver? How are they supposed to, coming off the first time in 2015?
We've seen people come from nowhere before, and in whatever little thing they do, they've shown that they can deliver. You don't need to have been in government to show that you can deliver.